Hey there, y'all. Let's see if I can ignore how I look. Okay, I am actually on my way to pick up the groceries. Just got my son off to school. Yes, I'm wearing a moo. Don't look. Leave me alone. Okay. I wanted to do this video because it was something that hit my mind. I was talking with a young lady yesterday. I'm just as ashy. I was talking with a young lady yesterday about some things that she was going through, that she is going through. And I said something to her and that I want to share with you guys. Oftentimes we talk about how to get out of a bad situation, you know, holding people accountable. But what happens when you try to help people be accountable to the things that they've done to you? That's how you know you're still in a toxic place. The exception to that would be if it's a child. And when I say child, I'm not talking about your child who's a grown adult and who has an understanding. The other exception to that would be if the person is special needs or there's a, you know, some form of cognitive delay. I've been there before, and I know for a fact that that's one of the things, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but that's one of the things that makes me, I would say good, I would say ineffective, because again, I don't want to sound like I'm being prideful. That's what makes me an effective Christian life coach, because I do come from a place of experience. You know what I mean? I've done that before. I've recently found myself doing that, and I had to correct myself. I'm going to pull off here so I can pick up these groceries. I had to correct myself. So I'm actually driving now. I'm pulling out my driveway, so I'm not going to be able to look at the camera as much. But yeah, that is one of the things that I had to correct with myself, is because you love people, especially if you're dealing with folks that you truly love. You really love them, and you're finally at a place where you're like, okay, I gotta put my foot down. I'm not gonna continue to deal with this mess. I'm gonna put my foot down. I've been dealing with this long enough. That's it, I'm done. Some of us have the strength and the power to legit just walk away, be like, I'm done, I'm out, that's it. But when it's like your child, if it's your spouse and you're really hoping for some form of reconciliation, you will find yourself trying to help them be accountable. For example, what do you mean when you say that? Okay, let's say for instance, you tell them, look, I think you need therapy. I think you need therapy. I think we need to go to the pastor about what's going on. We need to go, those type of things. But then you find yourself trying to find a therapist for them. Or you find yourself calling the pastor and saying, look, we need to have a sit down. No. Wait a minute. And this is male or female. I'm not just speaking to the women. I'm speaking to men too. If you've been dealing with somebody who has been toxic, I mean, it's a whole toxic environment. Hold them accountable. A part of being accountable is stepping up to the plate, putting on your big boy or big girl drawers and saying, look, I messed this up. I need to fix this. I need to fix this. She shouldn't have to, or he shouldn't have to go out there and try to find a therapist for me. They shouldn't have to go out there and turn me in. They shouldn't have to, whatever the issue is, if you're truly in a repentive state. Now that's something, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to make this video too long. Where am I at? I'm almost at 5 minutes. I don't want to make this video too long. If a person is truly at a repentive state, listen to me very carefully. It's one thing to say, I'm sorry. Sorry is like, oops. That's what sorry is. Sorry is a oops. Repentive state is different. oh my gosh, it hurts me that I hurt you. Evidence of a person being in a repentant state is they will try to rectify the situation. Their thing is, what can I do to bring some form of healing to you? They may not use those exact words, but their actions will show it. Their words will show, I am really sorry. I'm truly sorry for what I did. How can I make this up to you? What can I do to make this thing right? And someone who is mature enough and is willing to accept responsibility will actually they will do the work themselves. You shouldn't have to tell them, well, look, I think you might need to go to therapy. Well, look, I think you might need, no. I mean, some people, depending on the upbringing and the environment stuff, some people really shun away from therapy and life coaching and stuff like that. But if you mention it to them, I shouldn't have to mention it to you more than once. If it really matters to you. Because some people are sorry because they got caught. Some people are sorry because, Dad, you making me feel bad for making you feel bad. That's a real thing. That is a real thing. There are some people who don't like feeling sad. And so they're sad because your feelings are making them feel sad. Not really because they're sorry for what they did. Not because they're really sorry for what they said. Oh no. It's because I'm feeling uncomfortable. You will even find some people who will be upset with you because your feeling sad makes them uncomfortable. Can't make this stuff up. Now we're rolling into the lines of narcissism, y'all. Now we're rolling into, okay, you are a whole narcissistic individual. You thinking, how dare you make me feel bad? How dare you hold me accountable for what I did or what I said to you? How dare you? Then you have the ones who, and this may be wrapped up all in one person, but you may have someone who is like, okay, when you gonna get over it? When you gonna get over it? It's taking you too long to get over this thing. Look, you made me feel bad about this long enough. Now it's time to get over it. Then you even have the ones who will say, or how can I say, they don't want to say get over it because they know that sounds bad. But their actions, and they may even allude to, I'm really ready for you to get over this thing. Like, I really need you to get over this thing. I saw a video, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? And it was a man who was, I don't know if he was preaching or he was talking to, I know for a fact he was talking to a group. But he had made the statement about how if you did someone wrong, like if you cheated on a person or you really did something wrong, you have to give them space to heal. You have to give, sometimes it may take weeks, sometimes it may take months, sometimes it may take years. And I was looking in the comment section, and there were some people that was like, that's true. You know, a lot of people, it resonated with a lot of people. And then some folks was like, well, no, if it's taking you years to get over something, you need to check yourself. No, understand, if for you to have put a person in that spot, there was a certain level of trust that was there at first. And one of the things I'm telling you, I've learned from experience, and I tell people now, it is very hard, not impossible, but it's very hard to heal in a space where you have been traumatized. It's very hard to heal because you're first of all, your brain is going to do it anyways. You're going to constantly be playing back over everything that has happened to you, what you've gone through. But then on top of that, I have to see you every day, or I have to see you at work, or I have to see you in my neighborhood. I'm seeing you. That literally causes me to replay it over and over again. And if that person who did the wrong really doesn't have a repentant heart, they're still going to exhibit some traits that got you in that place in the first place. I'm not gonna make this too long. I'm already at 10 minutes. Let me get up off here. But that was something I just wanted to talk about very briefly. Something that she and we were talking on, and she was like, well, because somebody had did her wrong, and she said, well, yeah, and I'm trying to find, a counselor for her, and this and this and da da da. And I said, whoa, pause, stop, hold up. Why she can't do that herself? Well, she don't really know how to. I said, pause all of that. Why she can't? If she's really sorry, you would not have to find a therapist for her. You won't have to find a counselor for her. If she's really sorry. That's period, point blank. The person that did her wrong is a grown woman that did her wrong, went to her eventually and was like, well, yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry. But it was because it had kind of went around the family what she had did. And so the person that did her wrong said, well, yeah, I want to just come to you, tell you I'm really sorry about that. I didn't know you were still holding on to that. And da 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 da. And yeah, you might be right. Here we go. You might be right. Maybe I do have a problem with that. You might be right. If the person is still saying you might be right, baby, they ain't ready. They saying enough to try to get you to shut up. That's it. That's it. And I'm not saying that you have to always be right, or the other person somebody has to always be right. But if more than one person has come to you and said, look, this is what you're doing to me, this is how you're making me feel, then 9 times out of 10, that's an issue that you have. If you are the person who has done the traumatizing and you're watching this video, listen to what I'm telling you. If this person has come to you several times and said, look, this is what you're doing to me, this is how you're making me feel. If they've been saying that several times and it ain't clicked yet, just accept the fact that it does not matter to you and they don't matter to you. Period. Some people, they try to hold on to a relationship because of the amount of time that they've been in a relationship, not because they really like being in a relationship. I'm sorry, I said it. I said it. Some people are in relationships simply because I don't want to be alone, or it's cheaper to keep her type thing. And that goes male or female. Some people are like, it's cheaper to just, and that's the mentality that a lot of these people carry. Period. Just saying, man. I am now at the grocery store. I'm gonna park real quick. But that's it. That's all I just wanted to talk to you guys about. Just to put that little something in your ear, a little something that I was talking with a young lady about, trying to help her get from the place that she's in to, okay, it's time for you to focus on your self-healing. Don't try to find a therapist for her. Find a therapist for you. We're at that place right now. You've been through this long enough with that individual. If it matters to them, they will get themselves help. If it matters. If it matters to them. That goes along, and it's a whole nother video. I'll talk about this another time. There's a difference between something being important and something being a priority. And I had to explain to her, I said, baby, you are not a priority in her life. That relationship is not a priority. I told her, based off of the information she has given me, and I made sure I said that part too, because sometimes people don't tell you the whole story or everything, so I had to say it that way. I said, based off of what you have shared with me, I'm not even sure if you're important to her. I'm not saying you don't matter to her, but I'm not sure if you're important to her or not. You're definitely not a priority. If this happened months ago and she literally saw you at a party and pulled you to the side and said, look, I see that this is bothering you. I need you to get over this. They're going to put God in it. Cause I'm telling you, because God is not the author of confusion and other. Oh, baby. Oh, no. No, we're not doing that. No. Honey, walk away and get yourself healed. So that when you see that person, you don't cringe. You're not always like, oh my gosh. And you won't have to keep reminiscing the trauma. Get yourself healed. Get yourself healed. All right, y'all. Well, that's it. Thank y'all so much for listening to my rant. Hopefully, I do hope and pray that this bless somebody. I hope and pray that this has blessed somebody. If you found yourself in any part of this, what I just shared, get yourself some help. Look into getting into therapy. Seek God. It's time to really connect hard to the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, lead me, direct me, heal me. Start speaking to those broken places in your heart, man. Because that's something else that I do with people when we go to, because everybody that I do life coaching with is not dealing with. Some people is like, okay, I need to get out of this rut that I'm in so I can do what I need to do for my business or something like that. But every now and again, well, more times than not, actually, it's something when we start dealing with the root of, okay, why are you in that place? A lot of times it's trauma that they have not let go yet. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's been at them, and that's been keeping them in a stuck place. Again, I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. When I finally was at a place of, I'm letting it go. I'm not stressing that person no more. I'm not stressing this person. What you did to me was horrible, but that's between you and God now, and I am not your God. Something I always say, I know some people from my church may hear me say this, they be like, yeah, she says that often. We are human, we are not divine. I'm not God. I don't have to have a God mentality. I am human. Baby, I need to walk away. And I can still love you. I can still pray for you. I can still love you. I can still pray for you. I can still love you. I can still pray for you. But it does not mean that I need to keep you in that same space that you've been at in my heart and in my mind. No, we're not doing it no more. I need to become unstuck. I need to pull away from that so I can move forward. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, y'all. Thank y'all again so much for watching. If this has blessed you, please share this video. I really do believe in my heart of hearts that this is going to be a blessing to many, many people, but it has to get out there to them. So make sure that you share this video and encourage others. All right. Thank y'all so much. Peace.